Are you sitting here and saying Nikola Jokic is having his numbers padded? Is that what you're saying?
You heard what the hell I said.
So I really struggle to feel super excited about this MVP, but it's like I can't unsee what I'm watching with Joel Embiid. I can't unsee what I'm watching with Giannis.
If I got to take a big man first and I have to start a team and build it around him, it'll be Joel Embiid for me.
When you look at the list of league MVPs over history, I say this with respect to Jokic. Historically speaking, he would be the worst one we've had in 35 years.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Buzz, but I'm not a B though, back with another episode of the Uncensored. And you know, guys, I'm literally back just from the dead. Like, I know I sound like a madman right now, but I literally was just in the grave and I just woke up, dusting off the dirt off me. And I started to moonwalk like a Michael Jackson in the 90s, like it was Thriller, baby. Woo! Right now I'm drinking the Henny and the Remy and the Semi and the Pemmy, but that don't even matter. We're about to get into some lit content. That's the topic of the day. We're not even wasting no more time. We're jumping straight into it. The NBA season 2022-2023 has just concluded, and we have a champion. Yes. Who won? If you guys don't follow basketball, that's why I'm here. I'm here to tell you. The Denver Nuggets has captured their first NBA title in franchise history. This means that they have won their first championship ever in lifetime. This is a monumental moment, and I had to come back for this one because we have a lot to get into, you know what I'm saying? Now, there's been talks now about the finals MVP, Nikola Jokic. If you don't know, he's Denver's star. Well, superstar. Because the way he plays, he's superstar. Like, I heard Patrick Beverly say you got a 6-star. Like, they don't come often. He don't come often. Like, name one player that you've seen like Nikola Jokic. You probably see sparks here and there, but like the all-around package like Jokic, the all-around dominance like Nikola Jokic. And that's another thing. People say he's not dominant, like how a Shaquille O'Neal would be. But Shaq was just physically dominant. Nikola Jokic dominates the game a different way. Not because you dominate a different way means that you're not dominant. You see what I'm saying? Let's take it to soccer a bit, just for a moment, to prove the point. You know what I'm saying? Lionel Messi dominates football. Just a short man. How does he dominate football? He dominates it with his skills, his dribbling, his goal scoring ability. All of that package. Cristiano Ronaldo dominates football as well. How does he dominate it? He dominates it with his speed and his goal scoring ability, his flair. Neymar dominates football a different way. Mbappe dominates football a different way. Everyone is dominant in their own way. That's what I'm just because you dominate a different way doesn't mean you're dominant. Nikola Jokic is a dominant force. Literally, people were just talking about how do you stop him. You have no answer. I would not want to be Eric Spoelstra over this finals. Those past 5 games must have been stressful. You see the gray hair on this man's head? He was hurting his head, and I know Eric Spoelstra is one of those guys that stay up all night trying to find recipes and ways. And I know he cooked up some things, but nothing worked. And he was like, I just can't do no more. What am I supposed to do? He's just that dominant of a force. Olajuwon was dominant as well. Kareem was dominant as well. Jokic has put himself in that type of category now, with that type of dominance as a center, and it's refreshing to see, to be honest. Because once the NBA was just, it still is a point guard league. It's still point guard dominant. Since, you know, from when Michael Jordan came in, people started, you know, build their team around such and such. They started to realize that, you know, guards are vital pieces, and Steph Curry elevated that to a different degree now with the 3-ball and stuff. But it's been a long while since we've seen like a center like this dominant, like the best player by a mile in the world. Yes, I said he's the best player in the world. And if you don't believe me, pop out your stats. Pop out your proof. By a mile, led the playoffs in points, rebounds, and assists. The first player in history to do that. I don't want to even get into averaging a triple-double. I won't even get into the part where he broke Wilt Chamberlain records. You know what I just said? Wilt Chamberlain records. When last have we heard people breaking Wilt Chamberlain records? This is unheard of. This is the greatness that Nikola Jokic possesses. So you have to put him in there. No, is he the greatest center of all time? That's a different conversation. He has to do more. He's in somewhere knocking at that door. Kareem, they would say, probably is top. Some people have Shaq as number 1. But for me, if he wins 2 more championships, I think he's undisputed the best center ever. Because we've never seen a center dominate this game. He's like a point center. He's a point guard playing center. Kareem never did that. Shaq never did that. Olajuwon never did that. Bill Russell never did that. None of those guys never, ever did that. But Jokic is doing it. This is why it's refreshing, because this is why I'm saying, like, it's a new experience for us. Because it's like, as I just said, it's a point guard, but he's at the center position and he's dominating the game like how a point guard would from the center position. It's outrageous. He's 28 years old. He has a lot of time left. He can win 2 more championships, and if he does that, he's the best center ever. I don't care what nobody says. As Michael Porter Jr. said last night, he jumped too far with 1 championships. You know, he was just high off the win that he got last night. I won't even get into that right now. They deserve it. Congrats to them. But 2 more championships, bring him at a tally 3. He's the best center ever. It will be 3 championships. He already has 2 MVPs, and I'm assuming that if they win 2 more championships, he's going to be the finals MVP, because who's going to take it away from him? Murray might, if he has some type of crazy output, because, you know, Murray will just go sometimes for 50 and then 40, and, you know, he's streaky like that, so it can happen. But more than likely, Jokic will be the finals MVP if they win a couple more championships. You know what I'm saying? And teams are going to start to pick up on their schemes and stuff, but you got no answer for Jokic. They probably can pick up on the schemes and the plays and how they pass and role players, but they can't stop Jokic. That's a question that will never be answered in the NBA. Never be answered. It will not be. Jamal Murray, as I'm just talking about. What a story, what a way. You know, it's crazy though, that whole life, you know, treats you sometimes. You know, they were in the Western Conference Finals in the bubble, and next season they felt like they really could make a good run at the championship, and he got injured. Everything derailed. But I mean, Jokic, in that time, Jokic was viewed, because without the absence of Murray, we really saw the greatness of Jokic. You know what I'm saying? So Jokic built up his reputation to that point from like a star player, because he was a star back then, like an all-star type player, to an MVP type player during that time. You know what I'm saying? And Murray always had that streaky luck with him. You know what I'm saying? So when he came back and added it, it made them dominant. And it was like, they always say nothing happens before its time, but it was like, it was just perfect timing for the Nuggets, and they didn't rush anything. Like, I admire that. They stuck with their coach. They made Murray, or allowed Murray to get a full recovery. They added some pieces like the Gordons of the world, the Bruce Brown, energy players. They even added veterans, to the squad to keep the young guys going. Like, every player on that squad wants it. You know what I'm saying? Every player on that squad is a dog. You can see it on them. So the Nuggets could be a potentially dynasty. Like, I'm not going to say Steph and Clay like. I'm not going to say a Golden State Warriors or a Miami Heat like, because I think those are or a San Antonio Spurs like, because I think those are the last teams to like win back-to-back championships. And then you got the Lakers somewhere in there. I'm not ready yet to say dynasty like. I have to see if they can go back-to-back. If they can go back-to-back, then we got real questions. But it is very, very possible, because when your cornerstones are Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, and with the coach saying that, he wants more, he wants to do it again next year, Denver is going to be lit for a couple of years. I'm going to take a trip down there. Y'all want to come see me, take a picture, stuff like that? Hop on. And I'm out, guys. A lot more lit content will be on the way. It's your boy Buzz. Peace.